My name is Brad Eades, and I'm the bereavement manager at Hospice of the Valley. I want to thank John Burns Law Office for inviting me to share this with you. As part of my job, I lead people through their journey of grief, and grief tends to be one of the hardest things that you go through in your lifetime. Everybody does it a little bit different. So I thought I would take just a few moments and talk to you about what's normal and how to know if what you're experiencing is normal in your grief. And so if you're experiencing the loss of someone close to you, I would urge you to give yourself a truckload of grace. This is going to be one of the hardest things that you've ever gone through, ever in your entire life. And you're probably not going to be at your best right now. That means you're going to be making mistakes where generally you may not have made mistakes in these areas before. You may misplace things, you may forget appointments, you may get things wrong on the same day, you may lock your keys in the car even if you've never done that before, and all of those things are normal. And so as you make mistakes, and you probably will, just to give yourself a pass, to remember that that guy at Hospice of the Valley said that it's normal, and to give yourself lots and lots of grace. The closer your relationship with your loved one, probably the more it's going to interfere with your everyday routine. You are learning to live with your loved one's memory instead of their presence. And for most people, that takes much, much longer than most people think that it will. In fact, it usually takes, and I hate using numbers because everybody's different, but for most people, it takes an average of 3 months just for the loss to feel real. That means when a lot of people around you are ready for you to get better and be back to normal, you're really just integrating that the reality of this loss is upon you and that it's real. A lot of people, when I first sit down with them, they feel like they're going crazy. This is normal. They'll sit down and they'll say, I feel like I'm losing my mind, and then they share an instance of why they think they're losing their mind or going crazy. And so instead of going through all the things that are normal, I just want to tell you when grief is abnormal. It's abnormal if you're neglecting responsibilities or obligations, including taking good care of yourself. And that means just basic, your diet, eating regular meals, even when you don't feel like it. Trying to get 8 hours of sleep will make a world of difference. And even when you don't feel like it, exercise will help. In fact, there was a study done that said that the benefits of exercise, even very light exercise, a walk around your neighborhood, the benefits of exercise far outweigh the benefits derived from even the best antidepressants on the market. So that might be a good thing to try before you try to get a prescription from your physician. If you're having a hard time getting out of bed in the morning, it might be time to seek some extra help. However, staying in bed for a couple of days at a time or feeling like doing that is also normal. With so many people, there's just a sense of, if I really let myself feel this, I'm never going to be able to stop crying. And so the fear of that makes them want to reach for something that numbs the pain, and I would strongly caution against this. Anything that helps you feel what you're feeling inside and getting it out, what I call mourning, is going to help. The enemy of grief is numb. So anything that numbs your pain, it can be a behavior that you do over and over, it can be spreading yourself thin, it can be reaching for a glass of wine, which is fine, but if you turn to the wine to take you out of a moment of feeling grief, it becomes harmful, and it can become addictive, and that's what you want to avoid. Most people do just fine with their grief. The people that I tend to see, they get stuck somewhere. And there's so many places to get stuck. It can be something that you wish you would have done or said, or it can be something that you wish you wouldn't have done or wouldn't have said. And you just keep replaying those moments in your mind. It might be a helpful opportunity to come in and talk to somebody about those feelings and about those regrets and to help you process them in a different way that does yield healing. Forgetting is never the goal, and it's never something that we want to try to do. But remembering in a purposeful way can help you. We always offer, as part of our community bereavement center, grief sessions, and they don't cost a dime. They're something that we offer in our nonprofit nest for our community. And if you feel like you could benefit from sitting down with a grief counselor and talking through your loss and your grief, our door is always open, and we welcome that. Our contact information is, we will put it on the screen. And my name is Brad, and I'm happy to help. And thanks again to John, Elder Law Offices. It's been a privilege to share with you today.